Hong Kong Direct is your weekly racing roundup full of news, views, previews, interviews and special guests. And coming up on the show today, Matthew Chadwick will join us very shortly, enjoying one of his best seasons in probably a decade, flying high at the top of the Tony Cruz Award as well, leading Vincent Ho in the challenge to be the most successful local rider in the seasons. We build up to FWD Champions Day a week on Sunday. Some of the hopefuls, including California Spangler Derby winner Romantic Warrior, have been out at the trials. I'm pleased to say, though, we start the show with Matthew Chadwick. He's had a fantastic couple of weeks and a double at Happy Valley last night as well. Matthew, thanks for joining us today. You're running tremendous form. Bit to talk about as far as this record, or the record you're closing in on now with Tony Cruz. You're the second most successful rider here in Hong Kong. But ahead of a suspension, you signed off in good style at Happy Valley last night. Well done.
Thank you. It's always great to ride winners, and hopefully a lot more to come. Just
while we're fresh in our minds, I suppose, let's start off with Happy Valley, because the two winners were quite different in some respects. Street Scream, just from your perspective, it was a very tough win. Are you sometimes happy to sacrifice position to a certain extent in terms of just keeping a horse's momentum and then trusting them that they'll be good enough to run the race?
I think obviously every horse has their merits, and looking at his particular form and the way the race was going to be ran, it definitely sort of helped him in that aspect. But the gate played a big part in it anyway, so I wouldn't look into too much of that. I'd much rather save ground than stay 3 wide without cover. But I think you could see I was attempting to slot in somewhere, but it's just the way it ended up. And I knew the horse was quite a tough fella. He's had tough runs in the last couple of starts, and he kept hitting the line. So I wasn't too worried, and I knew I had to get going on him, and it would be hard to run down.
And Smiling City, exactly the opposite to a certain extent. Off an inside gate, you're just happy just to hold his position and make it difficult for everybody else.
Yeah, again, it played out a bit off script. We thought there'd be a bit more pace in the race. No one really wanted to go on with it. They just seemed to be happy just to amble along at their own moderate pace. So we were just there in that position, and it's not like I had to force him. So it was nice and relaxed. And again, he was just smooth in the run, and he enjoyed it. And he was able to kick clear.
And I know you didn't actually win on Roman Turbo, but it was a great finish. Do you instinctively know, because when we're watching, we sometimes need 2 or 3 replays to work out who's won. Do you instinctively know if you have got there or not? Unfortunately for you, you didn't this time, just missed out by a short head. But did you think you might have won?
No, I actually thought we got beat. Vincent and I passed the post. We thought, I knew I had the better Vincent, but we both were pretty sure that the Vincent that went inside got us. Because we looked at each other and said, well...
Well, a double is still away. So you've got the next 2 meetings off. You're back on Champions Day. Before we get on to that, though, Champions Day, the season's been going brilliantly for you this year, and you managed to pass Howard Chang in terms of putting you... I said you were closing in on Tony Cruz. Tony's actually still a fair few winners ahead of you, but it's quite a milestone now. You're the second most successful homegrown jockey, and in terms of active riders as well, you're at the top of that list.
Yeah, I mean... Statistics are there for a reason, I guess, but I don't look into it much. I've said a few times, if I was pretty fit for the last few years, I would have liked to thought I would have gone past it quite earlier on. But anyway, that's in the past, and things can be going a bit better now, and hopefully they can keep improving.
Yeah, your early success obviously was with Tony Cruz as well, who holds the records. But it's been noticeable this season that from the stables that you regularly ride for, you've ridden winners for everybody. So that's important in terms of, spreading or getting the support from all of the trainers.
Yes, well, it's been basically night and day in that aspect for me in the last, when you look at maybe 5 years ago, and now I had basically put all my eggs in one basket, and I had to really come out of that hole and dug myself and basically find new ground and find my way. And I take quite a bit of pride in riding winners for different trainers, especially when the season starts, and taking off a winner at least for each trainer. So hopefully I can get a few more support from ones I haven't, especially ones I haven't ridden before. I can get a winner for them here and there, and continue the support for the ones I have won for. So it's about staying on them at the right time, finding the right rides, and getting the best chance possible.
Yeah, and you want a good horse as well for the big days, which we've got coming up a week on Sunday. What have you got lined up for Champions Day in the Group 1s?
At the minute, I believe I've secured the ride on Computer Patch, which he came out his last run and I was pretty happy with. And 79, he's been very consistent, and Douglas has been happy to keep me on, so I'm very grateful for that. And I'm still itching for a ride in the mile, so hopefully someone can throw me a bone there.
Well, you finished with Savvy 9. You finished in front of Golden 60 in the Cup, so that was something. And just on him, I know difficult for you to pass comment, but you have ridden California Spangle, and there's a bit of chat about him now going into the mile and taking on Golden 60. But generally speaking, how difficult is it for a 4-year-old? Because on the ratings, he's still got a lot to find, but we all know how exciting he is. How difficult is it for a 4-year-old coming out of a Derby campaign, then to meet a horse like Golden 60, straight afterwards?
Oh, I think California Spangle's got loads of potential and ability. He's obviously shown that in his 4-year-old series, from stepping up from the 1200 and then gradually stepping up to the Derby distance and running such a big race. Coming back, meeting experienced horses, especially in the likes of Golden 60, you'll find it probably tough at the minute, but I think he's got more than enough ability to show what he's worth. It'll be very interesting what he does, because he's going to improve on whatever he does next weekend when he's getting a bit more time on the off season and come back a fully proper horse. Will be very interesting how they match up. So whatever they do this morning, next weekend, and how they clash will be a prelim of what might happen next season. Will be very interesting.
It certainly is. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. We'll let you go, Matthew. Thanks for your time. Seems like there's a bit going on in the background as well. So enjoy the long weekend, and we'll see you on Champions Day.
Yep, too long though. Thank you.
We'll see Matthew back on Champions Day, then a week on Sunday. Those numbers with Tony Cruz and Matthew as well. Tony's in the 900s with his total winners. Matthew's in the mid-400s, 444, I think. So a little bit to go, but he's got time on his side as well. Right, what of the 3 Group 1s? Golden 60 in Wellington back to defend their crowns, but some new challenges this year as well. So we can pick up at the trial file. California Spangle, Romantic Warrior coming out of the Derby, and Panfield as well, trying to get back to the sort of form which saw him win last year's Champions and Cheddar Cup.
It is Summer Cheers in front over California Rant, still on the grandstand rail is Billionaire Secret, Lucky With You. Then came Panfield on the far side, Golden Link, Sunshine Supreme, Texas Moon scrubbed along last, 100 to go. Summer Cheers, California Rant, Lucky With You. California Rant has got the measure here of Summer Cheers, who's trying to fight back. California Rant beats Summer Cheers and Lucky With You. Panfield fourth. They were followed there by Sunshine Supreme. Billionaire Secret came in next. They were followed by Golden Link and Texas Moon last on crossing. A length away to Waikuku and Blaze Warrior last. They swing Beauty Joy, Duke Y, Romantic Warrior over on the inside. Cofield, Blaze Warrior, Charity Grace out wider with Waikuku. Beauty Joy in front, extends the margin to a length and a half. The Derby winner, Romantic Warrior's coming. Duke Y there on the outside. They're 3 clear on the other quartet. Beauty Joy in front, getting closer as Romantic Warrior. Post comes up, Beauty Joy. Beauty Joy beats Romantic Warrior, Duke Y. Fourth and Cofield around Blaze Warrior, Waikuku and Charity Grace back at the end of the field. Circuit Stella next, followed there by Ode to Joy and Turin Red Sun last of all. It is California Spangle approaching the 300 metres. Leads here a length Storm Trooper. Then came Circuit Stella. Seattle Choice wider, Ode to Joy and Turin Red Sun passing the 175. California Spangle in front over Storm Trooper. Then came Circuit Stella and out wider Turin Red Sun started to get a go on late, but California Spangle too good by about 3/4 in the end. Over second Storm Trooper. Photo third, Circuit Stella, Turin Red Sun. They were followed there by Seattle Choice and Ode to Joy back at the end of the field.
There you go. What do you make of that? California Spangle looked good, but big arse take on Golden 60, who's rated 131. California Span was 101. And Panfield, his main aim will be the Champions and Cheddar Cup, his defence of that crown. He'll go around in the Q2 against Romantic Warrior and Russian Emperor, of course, as well, who was brilliant winning the Cup last time out. So a few clues ahead. We'll have a full preview on next week's show, of course, of FWD Champions Day, but there's a little taste of what might be to come. As far as the diary is concerned, we're heading into this weekend. We're at Sha Tin. It's Saturday, Easter Saturday programme, and mixed card as well with some all-the-weather racing. Back to Happy Valley Wednesday night. Then the big one next Sunday, a week on Sunday, I should say. Chairman Sprint Prize, Wellington back there, Golden Six in the Champions Mile, and the FWD QE2 Cup. 3 Group 1s a week on Sunday at Sha Tin. And with that in mind, unfortunately, I mentioned before, no international runners this time round, but the last international winner of the Chairman Sprint Prize was the mighty Chautauqua under Tommy Barry, coming with his customary late finish. It was a fantastic day. We'll finish with that, so enjoy this, and we'll see you again on Saturday. Don't forget, we'll bring all the action from Sha Tin direct to you.
And now Berry unleashes the champ. Chautauqua to the middle part of the track. Penophobia tackled, buffering with Aero Velocity. Aero Velocity put his head in front from Penophobia. Strathmore, they're not listening to me. Lucky Bubbles. Chautauqua is winding up. Aero Velocity joined by Strathmore. Lucky Bubbles. Chautauqua still coming. Going to the lead, Lucky Bubbles. Chautauqua, here he comes. The Thunder down under. Chautauqua race to the lead. What a champion. Chautauqua beat Lucky Bubbles.